Okay, so this is Postie Bike Diary 2. I know there's been a bit of a gap between the second video and the first one from a few months ago. But essentially, over the last few months, we've not only had a baby, myself and my wife, but I've also been cleaning up the 9 Australian post bikes that I brought back from Australia, putting them all through the MOT process, and basically getting them ready to hit the roads in the UK. It's kind of been a lengthy process, mainly just paperwork, getting the bikes MOT'd, making sure all the import duties were paid. What else? You know, just lots of DVLA things to put together, forms to fill in, documents to copy, envelopes to stuff, with all the right tick boxes and checks and things to get the bikes registered. And this video coincides with the fact that I got my first registration certificate come through the post yesterday, which was quite exciting. The first of 9 to come through. So hopefully they'll start coming the next few days. Hopefully, I sent them off individually rather than as one bundle, so they'll probably come through in a staggered manner. So that's it. That's the first bike. Heidi. Here's Heidi. They've all cleaned up really well, these bikes. I've been really impressed with the way the bikes are cleaned up and that they're all running well. One's got a bit of a bottom end clatter, and one's got a bit of a cam chain chatter, but not a lot of stuff going on with them. Quite amazing, really. So there we go. First one of the batch with a registration document. And then gradually they'll all come for the rest. They've all cleaned up well. Some are going to need new tyres fitting it and chain and sprockets. I think one still needs some steering bearings. But other than that, they should all be good to go. So hopefully by mid-December, probably January, early January, they should all be road registered, ready for the first Postie Bike weekend, which is in mid-January, which is a day trail riding around Devon, North Devon. So a night at Union Road Motor Velo in Crediton, and then hitting the trails on the Saturday. And that's the idea really with them, just to take people on trail riding tours, a bit of road, but mainly gentle off-road terrain, which is really the forte of these bikes. They're very easy to ride, low seat, lightweight, automatic gearbox, so they're as easy as anything to ride off-road, and that's the idea really. I think running them as road-based touring bikes wouldn't work, because the frustration would come in and the engines would get run ragged, I think. So a bit of trail riding, you know, worst that's going to happen is a few broken wing mirrors and a brake lever. The bikes, to say you know, 9 bikes came across the outback, 6,000 kilometers each, through thousands of kilometers of corrugations, and apart from the odd weepy fork seal and notchy head bearings and the one broken spoke, they're all fine. Apart from, as I say, one bottom end knock on startup, which is probably going to be okay for, you know, 10,000 kilometers realistically. And one with a bit of a cam chain rattle, so that's going to get sorted as well. I've got a full box of parts and engine components for it that I bought for the bikes that I brought back from Australia. I've got chain and sprockets. I've got everything I need really. I've got a few parts on order. One bike needed a new fuel tank because it had it was a bike I bought from the shipping company in Perth, and I think it took a bit of an impact in the past, and somebody had run some tank sealant in it which had gummed up the fuel lines. So rather than fanning around with that tank, I've just ordered a new tank along with some brake cables, some stock size piston rings in case any are a bit smoky, some foam air filters, because one got ripped and some of the others were a little bit dirty. Obviously I'll clean them all out, but that's it, pretty much ready to go. So 2020, to sit alongside my regular garbage run tours, which are going to America, to Ireland, to Japan next year. I'm also going to have the Postie Bike tours for more quick weekends away. So I'll mainly be based out of North Devon, but I'll also be taking the bikes in a Luton tail lift van up to Cumbria, to Peak District, to Wales, so that people can head out there and have a bit of a ride on these bikes as well. So Dorothy's at the back there somewhere. She's a bike that I rode back from Australia, so she'll be leading the charge. She's got 100 kilometers on the clock, still going well, still going as well as any of the other bikes. So yeah, 10 bikes in total, 10 Australian postal bikes hitting the roads of the UK Postie Bike Adventures, ready to go after Christmas. Christmas first, and then Postie Bike Adventures. So see you out there. Over and out.